All right, guys, check it out. Check it out. So a lot of people always ask me when I'm collecting cash, what am I looking for here? What am I looking for? So I got a mat out for you guys actually today. It's collectible US paper notes right here. And these numbers right here is everything you guys are looking for. So you have a solid serial number here. All numbers are the same. So you see here, all eights. And it'll just show you everything to look for. So you got 8 of a kind, 7 of a kind. You have a super repeater. That's two numbers repeated 4 times. So 38, 38, 38, 38. And that's everything you're looking for right here on these serial numbers. You got a true binary or a binary. So a true binary is going to be 0 and 1s. And a regular binary is going to be any two numbers. Say this is 7, 9. In any order. So if it has 7, 9 in any order. Now if it's 7, 9 repeating, it's going to be a super repeater. So this is like a super repeater right here. And a binary. You also got some low serial numbers. So if you find a note that's all, look at this, zeros and starts off with 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You try to keep everything under probably 3,000. You got high serial numbers that starts off with the 9s. If you guys could find, I know it's real hard because it has a cutoff, I think in the third or fourth one of a 9. If you could find a high serial number with all 9s and just a back 2 or 3 change right here, that's a good one. You have a ladder, guys. So ladder is pretty much whatever it sounds like. It goes up and down. So 8 all the way to 1 or 1 to 8. And there's also something like a scatter ladder. So all your numbers 1 through 8, but they're separated, right? So you have 8 over here, 1 over here, so on and so forth. You could also have a repeater. That's the first 4 numbers repeated, guys. So we have a couple of these. This is 6891, 6891. So it's the same thing. If you have 7744, 7744, it'll be the same thing right there. That's a repeater. And next you got a radar. First 4 numbers are repeated, read backwards. So you're pretty much going 2872, 2872. You can see it goes the same numbers going in. That's a radar right there. We're coming over right here to a repeater radar / binary radar. So check this out. It's the same thing like a regular radar, but it's a repeater. So you got 9009, 9009. Or you can see it's a binary. You have 2 numbers only, and it makes a radar right here. That's your first. That's a repeater radar or binary radar. Now you have quad doubles, guys. Quad doubles is 2 numbers, both 4 of a kind. So here you got 4 of a kind and 4 of a kind. So you got a quad double here. Check it out. 4 8s and 4 3s. Quad double, guys. Quad double. Next, you can have a birthday note, which we do have one that's almost our birthday. So this one is 0618-1964. Ours says 0407-2025. So we were missing that. Instead of the 7, if it was an 8th, that would have been our birthday note for this year. So we got close on that one. So next we got a tombstone note. Tombstone note is a birth year and then a death year. So as you can see, this is 2003 to 2018. That's a tombstone note right there. That's how long that person was alive. Next, you can have a trinary, guys. It's a serial number is 3 numbers only. As you can see here, that's 280. There's no other numbers, only 3 numbers in your full 8 right there. Next, you can have a star note, guys. Star notes are also collectible. I can show you one right here. So if you can see that, it has a star right there. Check it out, star. At the end, that's a star note. You can also look this up in My Currency collections or star note lookup. Next, you have a web note, guys. So for your web note, you're checking series 1988 alpha. So your 1988 alpha, you're looking right here. Series, this is 2013, so you want to look for your 1988 alpha right there. 1993, 1995. And look at this, printing plate is above the 1, not below. So you turn these around if you find any of these years. You turn it around And you can see where your printing plate is right there. You see the difference right there, your printing plates? And then next you can find bar notes. So what's a bar note? It's 1963B. So you're looking for that serial number again, or the series. See that series right there? So you're looking for 1963B series note with a Secretary of Treasury signature of Joseph W. Barr. All right, that's what you're looking for right there. If you guys like this mat, we got this from Rob Finds Treasure. Pretty awesome, cool. Awesome dude, awesome dude. All right, let's get in it. You guys know what we're looking for. You can see it right there. See if we can find anything fancy or collectible. These are called fancy serial numbers, guys. Fancy serial numbers. So we're looking at the serial number. If you guys see anything like this and it doesn't match, so it says 77 and this is 75, that's also collectible. If you guys find a bill or a note that's missing a seal, right, or missing a seal, or you see this green seal is smeared all the way, a couple of different things you could look out for. If you can see the edging right here, you see that black line, if it's touching the end of the note right here, so if this edging black line is touching it, on it, that's a good one. If you're missing the seals, all of the good stuff right here. There's also other collectibles you can find within the building. But we're just gonna go over, look for our fancy serial numbers. We're doing 20s right now. The most popular one to do is ones, $1. And we're just gonna go through and see if we could find anything fancy. $20 here. $20, $20. You do have stamping right there, if you can see that. A lot of people do collect stamps. Not sure if y'all could. People do collect stamps. All right. And we do this every time before we use our money on anything. We try to do this because you guys could flip your money for a lot, guys. Got 2009. Da-da-da-da-da. Pretty fast, pretty simple. Once you know what you're looking for, easy to find it. Pretty simple here. Let's turn these around. And I just wanted to show you guys the mat because a lot of people do ask me, Pang, what are you looking for? Why are you looking through your money like that? And last one. So as you can see, we didn't find nothing there. We do have another stamp right here. These are bank tellers. So there are a couple stamps you can look for. It says Where's George? So if you see a Where's George, you could plug it into the actual Where's George website. And you could timestamp it and everything. And I'll show you, like, it traveled from California to Texas to wherever. I'll show you everything. So this is pretty much what we're looking for when we're looking for our bill searching right here. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, you can. If you want the mat, we got it from Rob Finds Treasure. Pretty awesome guy. He could coin roll hunts and looks through a lot. He got a lot of knowledge in numismatic stuff. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.